Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get started with some Saturday NBA action brought to you by 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And the starting group for the Spurs. Wembanyama is the center with Sohan next to him. Ante Graham is out there with Anderson. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, the wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. The two towering figures inside for him, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. Here we are, Greg, getting into the thick of this NBA season. How big of a challenge now is the travel?
No, it's a huge one. The reality is all those flights take a toll, so you got to be smart with your sleep schedule and recovery.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Let's go to the sideline now to hear more about that amazing performance MP had.
The league is still buzzing about that recent game. A new league record for three-pointers in a game, topping the old mark of 14 by Klay Thompson in 2018. The new three-point record holder told me all of the credit keeps going to my teammates because they kept looking for me and getting me great looks. An unreal game. Kevin?
He is fantastic in every sense of the word. Edwards can't hit. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Rockets. Here's Anderson, and he drives in and finished off by Anderson.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Conley against Graham. Conley the pass to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. They get it again. Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
This is what the team relies on Gobert for, clearing the glass and finishing the play.
Wembanyama outside. Johnson surveying the floor. Anderson with the screen for Johnson. For 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Towns a screen on Graham. Out to Edwards. No good that time. Good D by Anderson.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Incredibly for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Clark, the 2004 playoffs are the only time they've won a series.
You know, Kevin, with Kevin Garnett, they had a few 50-win teams and some excellent coaching. That just tells you, I think, how hard it is to win in this league.
Graham dishes to Anderson. Finish off by Anderson.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following the bucket by the Spurs. Edwards a screen on Graham. It's Edwards on the wing. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Anderson. And then jammed down as it goes right over Anthony Edwards.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Here's Gobert after the basket by San Antonio. Pass to Edwards. From downtown, the rebound by Victor Wembanyama. San Antonio leading by 7. And here's Anderson for three. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Anderson's got 11 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Graham against Conley. Oh, the lob to Gobert. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
And Minnesota has possession following the bucket by the Spurs. Towns finds Edwards. And here's Conley outside. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Only one miss in his first 8 attempts, coming out of the gate strong.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Zach Collins.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Now here's Conley. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Houston. McDaniels finds Towns. And here's Edwards from the arc. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Anderson. From the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
McDaniels with the ball. Covered by Johnson. Conley the pass to McDaniels. Timberwolves passing it around. Edwards can't hit.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
And it's San Antonio with another.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Towns after the made shot from Anderson. Out to Edwards. Back to Towns. 3 on the clock. The Timberwolves again can't hit. San Antonio leading by 20. The three from Anderson. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves call time here. You have to like what we're seeing from B.
He's on another level right now. Knocking down threes left and right. The defense isn't doing their job, and I think they got to talk about it quickly.
And now, with this break, here are the premier class cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month. You look at Wembanyama, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, he's in that same group.
And they've each come into their own, I think, as rebounders during this stretch. I think they're getting used to the more physical nature of the NBA.
Yeah, wiping the glass clean and not leaving a spot or streak. Let me tell you something about these two. They do it with heart, plenty of it. And that's something you can't teach.
You know, here we are, Greg, looking at Victor Wembanyama. I mean, can he get any taller?
Wow. Well, he's already 7'4", Kevin. But yes, what's amazing is that I still think he's grown, which is scary for the rest of the league.
Here's Towns after the made shot from Anderson. Pass to McDaniels. Right side, Conley. Over Graham. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And Anderson has it in the corner. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Anderson's got 29 in the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last game.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
And it's Sohan missing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That is his first foul of the game. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. Spurs also with the sub. Vassell's checked in. Conley against Graham. Outside Conley. Clock at 6. Passes it to McDaniels. Fires for 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. There's the pass to Sohan. Here's Anderson into the lane.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Towns is doubled. Back to Gobert. Outside Conley. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Troy Brown comes in for McDaniels. And it's Shake Milton in for Mike Conley. San Antonio also making some changes. Zach Collins checked in for Anderson. And Jones subbed in for Devontae Graham. Reed finds Brown. 6 to shoot. Here's Alexander Walker. Gets a very good look and converts.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. A three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves shooting down around 24%. Obviously, they've struggled. Here's Alexander Walker. Knocks down the 3-ball. Alexander Walker's got 5 points so far.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Vassell, no good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Alexander Walker passes to Milton. 1:58 left in the first. Pass to Reed. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Here's Vassell following the three by Minnesota. Jones for three. It's rebounded by Towns. Here's Minnesota. A big stretch here going 10-2. Milton in the corner. 1:09 left here in the first quarter. Outside, Towns. Pass to Brown. Takes the three. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Collins. Here's Sohan. He's covered by Brown. Jones, the pass to Collins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Towns. The Spurs shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
At the line for the Spurs, Collins. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Minnesota making some changes. Miller's checked in for Towns. And it's Edwards in for Troy Brown. He hits the second from the line. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Jones against Milton. Kicks it to Miller. Inside. Here's Reed. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Nice. Straight power there. Straight power.
Yeah, I love that determination right there.
Johnson for three. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Branham, the pass to Jones. From outside, off the mark. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Jones. Keldon Johnson is out there with Devin Vassell. Then it's Collins. And it's Branham in at the two-guard spot. Now, here's Reed. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Edwards passes to Reed. Here's Minot. The three-pointer, no good. San Antonio leading by 21. And here is Vassell. Still yet to score. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Miller's checked in for the Timberwolves. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Alexander Walker. His last outing, 16 points for him. To the middle. Here's Reed. A rebound by the Spurs. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Greg, there's been a scoring surge throughout the league. Is that due to poor defense, or is it to the rising talent level?
Listen, teams are still defending, and the rules might have helped some. There's no doubt that there's not as much grabbing and holding, but these guys are scoring from all over the court and doing things we've just never seen before.
Here is Edwards after the basket by San Antonio. And there's the pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Collins grabs the miss.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following the three-pointer by San Antonio.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now, here's Collins. 7 points in the game. 5 on the clock. Brenham. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. For three, Edwards hits it from three-point range. Edwards got 9 points.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Timberwolves have gone Twin Towers with Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. Gobert says, I love playing with another dominant big because I've always thought that I could pass. I know that I can make guys around me better. Cat says, we complement each other. He's a generational talent on defense, and I think I'm a generational talent on offense. Kevin, I'm a generational talent on sideline report.
You are indeed, and that's why you are in Springfield. No argument here, David. Thank you. So it's Minnesota now. After the basket by San Antonio. Shots good by Miller.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Jones with it. Hasn't made one yet. Johnson finds Jones. Plenty of space. Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Minnesota. Conley now comes in for Alexander Walker. Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Devontae Graham comes in for Jones. And Minnesota has possession. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. And it's Conley penetrating. Edwards kicks to Milton. That three off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
A nice shot by Anderson.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And here is Conley following the three from Anderson. Gobert with a screen for Conley. The dish to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Out to Conley. Here's the three. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to.
Oh!
Graham's court awareness in action right there. Easily spots a wide open man.
Now Conley. Still scoreless. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Gobert dishes to Edwards. High post, Gobert working on Collins. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Gobert. Gobert's got 3 assists now in this one. The Spurs have gone 7-9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense.
And you know, what you love about Mike Conley, he's a leader by example.
The epitome of a terrific point guard and teammate. True professional in every sense of the word, on and off the floor. He plays and he teaches and mentors. I could see him, if he desired, being a really good head coach someday.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Beaton. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Minnesota. Towns comes in for Reed. And it's McDaniels in for Shake Milton. And San Antonio also making a switch. Sohan's checked in. Now here's McDaniels. 11 points for him in that last game against the Rockets in Houston. Just 2 to shoot. Edwards, that's good.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Graham finds Collins. Now here's Anderson. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
And that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can.
I don't know how he was able to execute the reverse with that stingy defense that was being played there.
Here is Edwards after the basket by San Antonio. Almost, but it rolls out.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Anderson slams it in.
You know, Devontae Graham was raised in the share the ball system, so he's more than willing to just make the next pass.
Conley scanning the floor. Towns, the pass to Conley. Towns kicks to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Towns for 3. The rebound by the Spurs. And here's Anderson for 3. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Graham's got 6 assists in the game. Conley against Graham. And here's Edwards from the arc. Graham with the rebound. And so Graham will bring it up for San Antonio. It's Anderson with the drive, and he banks in the layup. Anderson's got 47 points.
And, you know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
Towns a screen on Graham. And Towns throws it down.
And a good call. Towns, one of the best in the league with the catch and flush.
Anderson dishes to Johnson. Anderson against Edwards. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. And the 28th pick in the 2020 draft, Clark, Jaden McDaniels has more than outplayed his draft position.
Yeah, you know, there were some question marks year one in college at UW, but you look at him now, hey, length, mobility, skill set, those are things that every team wants and needs.
the first one at the line is good.
Known as a versatile and tremendous defender, McDaniels also continues to make real good progress as a scorer.
Now here's Anderson. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Pass to Conley. Pass to Alexander Walker. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
Now here's Anderson. And finish off by Anderson.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
So it's the Timberwolves now after the basket by San Antonio. Back to Conley. And stolen by Graham. Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone. And Anderson slams it in.
Great anticipation by Graham. Gets them in transition. He plays with such a high basketball IQ. Fun to watch.
Passes it to Towns. He kicks to McDaniels. And the pass to Towns. Here's Alexander Walker. Back to Towns. Shoots the 3. Rebound San Antonio. Graham's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Outside Conley. Pass to Towns. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Towns comes with a double team. Anderson passes to Graham. Here's Sohan. Good on the triple. Sohan's got 5 now.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Fires the 3. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Outside Conley. Comes up empty down low.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And so it's San Antonio with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this.
Howdy, folks. Time for halftime fun. Woohoo! Before we check out the action at hand, first order of business, the power rankings. And a bit of a gear switch here. Shaq, you are currently trending online right now. Fans are demanding you try your hand in a hot dog eating contest.
Oh, Ernie, I actually would like to see this happen as well. I bet some of these guys would humble you, Shaq.
Come on now, stop it. It wouldn't be fair. I'd be putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers as a rookie contestant.
Well, the key is being able to stretch your stomach, I've heard. Yours is already stretched from the post-Laker days, though.
Nope.
And as for our matchup, what a tremendous first half it was for the San Antonio Spurs.
Unstoppable from range. That was the story of the first half. Defenders tried to chase them off their spots, but they made some tough shots.
And they had that relentless approach. They don't mind missing 1 or 2. They just keep on coming at you. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, B has been exceptional here, guys.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
The front court is McDaniels and Towns. Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. And it's Gobert in at the 5. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Now Towns. After the missed 3 from Anderson. Offensive rebound. Out to Edwards. Graham against Conley. Tries yet again. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
And here's Edwards following the 3 from Anderson.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Down low. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander.
Max force throwdown.
To the inside. Anderson with the block.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
And Anderson slams it in.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Outside Conley. Back to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
Now here's Graham. Nothing on the board. And finish off by Anderson.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And here is McDaniel. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Back to Gobert, poked away, and stolen by Wembanyama. It's Anderson with the drive, and finish off by Anderson.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now here's Gobert. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Here's Edwards, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Edwards does not back down. Even if it means taking physically hard contact, he's fearless.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Clark, what can you say about Anthony Edwards? Living up to that first overall hype. He has been spectacular.
Yeah, he has been, Kevin. I agree. Some were surprised he went first overall, but you look back at that draft, he was as good a #1 pick as any of them, and he's certainly proven to be worthy of that status.
And Edwards drops them both.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Spurs, a terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, there's Minnesota, 8 games out.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Here is Edwards after the made shot from Anderson. Passes to Towns. This three-pointers off the mark.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Offensive rebound, Wembanyama. Easy jumper from very short distance. Wembanyama has got 4 this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Towns, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got 6.
I'd keep going to Towns inside. I mean, it's not complicated. He got awesome touch, plus he's 6'11" and almost 300 lbs.
Now here's Anderson. He takes it in, and he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Edwards can't hit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Anderson against Towns. And another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kicks it to Towns. Dishes to Edwards. Conley with the 3, bangs home the trifecta. Conley's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Anderson against Edwards. And again.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Bring him against Conley. Oh! Can you believe that?
Turned up and turned out, throwing it down. Come on.
Now here's Anderson. Non-stop scoring machine here.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. The pass to Gobert. He dishes it to Edwards. Outside Conley. And there's Edwards on the assist by Conley. And that's now 20 points for Anthony Edwards. Spurs shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. Here's Anderson, and got it! Another basket.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. To the paint, here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Here's Anderson going inside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Wembanyama against Gobert. Stolen by Anderson. There's the triple. Good, that's another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Edwards against Anderson. Edwards passes to Gobert. Over Wembanyama. Gobert can't hit. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Dives for it. Stolen by McDaniels. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
The other thing they've done is they have not shied away from the mid-range game. I mean, plenty of points coming their way off of jump shot opportunities. I like that.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for McDaniels. The Timberwolves have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6-13 from the field here in the third. Edwards passes to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Outside Conley. Puts up a three. Collins grabs the miss. So it's the Spurs now. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Edwards dishes to Conley. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Smooth sailing for San Antonio. And it's Vassell in the corner. And again, San Antonio turns it over. And here we have a rundown of the players you don't want on you when you're putting up a shot. The leaders in blocks over the last month. Victor Wembanyama, third. And, of course, B.
I mean, those two have been playing some special low-post defense.